Hi, we're here in Sky High Brewery to talk about our new Black is Beautiful Imperial Dark Lager. It's our fundraiser beer for our local NAACP Corvallis and Albany chapter, and we're with Jason and Terrance to talk about what that money's going to.
Thank you, Paul. Jason J. Dorsette here. I serve as the Vice President of our local NAACP chapter. And I'll let Terrance introduce himself.
Good afternoon, everyone. Terrance here, Director of the Albany Black Cultural Center.
Thank you. We are so excited about this partnership with Sky High. Funds from this campaign will go toward our emergent funds opportunity. Through our emergent fund opportunity, we are awarding funds to folk in our local community who have been impacted by COVID-19 or who've been impacted by the racial unrest that is impacting our nation. And so we are so excited about this partnership, Paul, and thank you, Heidi, and Sky High for inviting us to participate.
This beer is more than just our, commitment to funds, but it's our commitment to the whole process of change and the process of justice. How does something like that impact a community like this beyond the dollars? Like, what does that mean, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think when you're thinking about the community and what does it mean and more than money, because people tend to want to just throw money at organizations or things within the Black community, but it's about the change and how you support and represent the people. It's the movement that's about the people, right? And it's been about the feelings of the people. We have students, Black students that are a part of this community just as well. And for anybody that identifies as Black, having to go through town and be a part, just living, going to establishments like Sky High or anything else, and having to deal, not necessarily here, but in general, just racist activities. So when you are able to change the narrative and support and being a pillar of the community and showing how others are leading the way for other groups to follow suit, then that's a big step for Sky High and the team, and just doing that and giving back and doing what they can to change a narrative that has been plaguing our communities for 401 years.
Terrance, that is very important, and I think given the history of Oregon being an exclusionary state, and a state that excluded Black folk from even moving here, let alone thriving in this state. I'm from North Carolina, Terrance is from Kentucky, and oftentimes we talk about the differences that we've experienced here in a town like Corvallis and in a state like Oregon compared to southern states. I would say, and I know Terrance probably echoed this, that in the South, certainly there is a history and a present history of racism. Whereas here in the Pacific Northwest and in Corvallis, racism still does exist. It looks a little differently. It's not as overt, but it still is alive and well. And so partnerships like these really help us to create a different story and to share a different story as relates to what we are trying to achieve and what we are trying to do around social change. And so I'm really excited about this partnership, and I can promise you that the funds from this partnership will be utilized appropriately and will support Black and brown families and our students.
And this beer is so much more than, just helping to support that. It's helping everyone to join the local chapter.
Yes.
Commit to volunteering, not just donating, but
Yes.
donate as well, and be a part of the positive impact in confronting the issues as we see them, as they come along.
Certainly. I was sharing this earlier. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we also have a college chapter of the NAACP at Oregon State University. It is the first college chapter in the Pacific Northwest out of any college campus here, and we are so excited that we have our own college chapter engaged in social change work. And Terrance Harris is the incoming advisor of the program. And so if you want to support that program as well as the Lonnie B. Harris Black Culture Center, we invite you to also donate to that fund as well. And I'll let Terrance talk a little bit about what he's been up to in the Black Culture Center.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah, at the BCC, we put on a plethora of programs, really trying to address and centering blackness. It's everything that talks about black culture. And we're the epicenter, I would say, for the campus and really for the Corvallis community. At times we do a lot of work with the NAACP, Corvallis Albany chapter, in conjunction with our collegiate chapter. And this year, I know with COVID going on, we're really trying to, it makes it hard to be in community, which is very vital for our community, being that it is small in this state, let alone in Corvallis. We're doing what we can, so if that's signature events that the institution puts on with our Black Excellence celebration, or our Black History Month, or our MLK celebrations, Juneteenth celebrations, we encourage the community to come out and support. If you have students, family, or someone at OSU, please come and learn. You can't advance knowledge if you don't come and learn about it and be a part of the conversations. We have very candid conversations about blackness, anti-blackness, what whiteness and how white supremacy and things are embedded in some things, but we have to change that narrative. And it is up to being educated and learning those things. And you have to come and learn and listen, be a part. You don't necessarily have to say anything. Your money is great, but we would like for you to learn and be a part. That helps in knowing. And as a person, and it's going to be uncomfortable conversations. These conversations are not comfortable. Just imagine being a black person having to live that every day. And so having that conversation and having that knowledge will help you in your development, in your journey, and change it and making Corvallis a better place to live for everybody, especially for our black identity.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.